It's been going pretty good. I got about 2 weeks of testing. I rode the bike about a week or two before I came out here to start testing in California. And started to feel pretty good and get comfortable to the bike, and hopefully get ready to start doing some motos. For me, it was kind of, I got there after everybody was kind of done testing. So the first few days I was definitely a little bit off, but trying to work on keeping up with with Chad, Ezra, and with David. And Ezra's been riding really good. He's kind of seemed like the guy to catch at the test track, and I finally feel like I got up to close to their speed, by the end of testing, and now I'll be able to go home and kind of get used to my bike and set up and stuff. Those guys, they kind of have about a month and a half at least head start on me because of hurting my thumb and doing the motocross nations. I kind of always wanted to see how I do. If I went back to a 252 stroke, and Chad did good last year, David did really good on it, and it's a great bike, and just wanted to give it a shot. And I tried one race last year that I didn't have quite enough time, so I figured 3 months would be enough time to get used to it. The hardest thing is working the clutch out of the corners and feeling how light the front end is. The front end, you got to the four-stroke kind of weights it because it has the engine braking and stuff, and this thing coasts a lot, so I had to kind of get used to that. I kind of was over jumping and under jumping stuff a little bit. Well, out here in California, the track's really hard packed, and so I think the whoops my 450 probably works a little better than the whoops. When you mess up, it has so much torque, you can pick back up to speed. But I think around the rest of the track, the 250 feels a little lighter, a little bit easier to whip around. Yeah, the plan is to ride the 450 outdoors, 250 indoor, and just kind of see how it goes. I got a 2-year deal with Yamaha. I'm pretty happy about that. I think the bikes are killer. I mean, Chad won a lot of races on the 2-stroke last year, and we got a lot of podiums in the outdoors too. Yeah, at first it did, but now it kind of feels normal to me. But when I first got on it, I was surprised how light it feels and stuff like that. And it's a lot easier to whip around, but then again, you got to work a lot harder because you have to make up that little bit of extra speed because you don't have quite the horsepower. The main difference this year is I'm not going to do all the overseas races. I did the Motocross Nations. Other than that, I'm just going to test and train. Where last year I did World Supercrosses, and off race in Italy, the World Cup, and so I'm kind of taking it a little bit easy this off season and spend more time on my fitness. Yeah, no, I got a different trainer. I started working with this guy Dean. He's out of Colorado, and been working with him since last few months of the Nationals, so like midsummer or so, and things are going pretty good. I've been spending a lot more time riding and a lot more time training, so I think that'll make me stronger come Anaheim. My goals are to win races. I proved that I can finish on the podium, on any bike, and I think now it's time for me to start winning races and just kind of go from there. I mean, if the championship's possible, then that's good, but I got to win races first.